how do you measure the profitability of your real estate investments? Well, one way is by calculating your cash-on-cash return, and in this installment of my Chalkboard Real Estate Investing series, I'll explain exactly what the cash-on-cash return means and how you can use it to become a better real estate investor. So let's get right into it. Cash-on-cash return is a financial metric that measures the return on an investment based on the cash invested rather than the total value of the investment, and it can be a very useful tool for evaluating the profitability of a potential real estate investment. Here's how it works. To calculate the cash-on-cash return, you'll need to divide the property's annual net cash flow by the total amount of cash invested in that property. The net cash flow is the property's income from rent and other sources minus its operating expenses and mortgage payments. The cash invested is the amount of money that you put into the property, including the down payment and any closing costs. For example, let's say you buy a property for $200,000. You spend $50,000 on the down payment and closing costs. And let's say that your property's gross rental income is $36,000 per year, and all of your combined expenses are $26,000 per year. With this information in hand, we can easily figure out your property's annual cash-on-cash return. We would first subtract the expenses from the gross rental income, $36,000 minus $26,000, which comes to $10,000. This is your annual cash flow. Then we'll divide your cash flow by the total amount of money you invested, which in this case is $50,000. $10,000 divided by $50,000 equals 0.2, which translates to 20%. What's interesting is that if instead of putting down $50,000, you paid the entire $200,000 purchase price in cash, your cash-on-cash return would be a lot less. Let's say that without loan payments, if you paid all cash, your cash flow on this property would be $20,000 instead of $10,000. So taking the $20,000 and dividing it by $200,000 equals 0.1, which translates to just 10% cash-on-cash return, which is obviously significantly less than the 20% cash-on-cash return you were getting with the $50,000 down example. And this actually demonstrates another concept in real estate investing, which is the power of leverage. The larger the loan and the less of your own money you have to put into the deal, the more profitable the deal becomes on a cash-on-cash return basis. What if instead of $50,000, you only had to put in $10,000 of your own money to buy the same $200,000 property? Sure, your cash flow would be much lower because of the larger mortgage payments, but now you could go out and buy 4 more identical properties for $10,000 down each, and your overall cash-on-cash return and cash flow would be much, much bigger than in the first example. In general, you should aim for a cash-on-cash return of at least 10% and preferably much more. A cash-on-cash return below 10% is simply not worth the effort and aggravation of owning and managing a rental property where you can get that kind of return by investing in a stock market index fund with absolutely no effort. It's also important to note that the cash-on-cash return is just one factor to consider when evaluating a real estate investment. Other factors such as the property's appreciation potential and tax benefits may also make a particular deal worthwhile, especially if those are the things that are more important for you and your financial situation. So that's the cash-on-cash return in a nutshell. It's a valuable tool for evaluating the profitability of a real estate investment, and it's something that every investor should know and understand, but it's certainly not the only consideration. Thanks for watching this video. If you got value from it, please leave a like, subscribe, and check out the other videos on my channel where I dive even deeper into various real estate investing topics and concepts.